up, we have our first special guest who's going to share his stories. Matthew Callahan, again, my proud Ravenclaw partner. Come on up, Matthew. Yeah. All right, yeah. Take a seat. Get comfy. Are you comfy?
Yeah, I'm comfy.
You're really comfy?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So, talk to me a little bit about how you came to know you have a disability and what that process was like discovering your disability.
So my disability is, well, more in the learning sense. I have dyslexia, dyscalculia, and ADHD. So when I was very little in first grade, I was kind of failing already, and my first grade teacher, I won't say his name, but he was very rude in the sense that he kind of told me that you wouldn't pass middle school, you wouldn't even get past that level. But it's more in the sense that in second grade, that's when I truly discovered it. My teacher, Miss Indy, pulled me aside and told my parents that I had possible learning disabilities. So the funny story is that we actually went up here to CSU to get tested for them. I went to their back every 5 or 6 years during middle school and high school. But in that regard, it was kind of challenging in a sense. It was the same test over and over and over again. But it was kind of fun just to see if I could do better, if I could do better in that sense, to improve it on my learning disabilities, basically.
Thank you. So what was middle school and high school like for you during this time, and how did it affect your college experience coming from that middle school and high school experience?
Well, let's start with middle school. Everybody knows that kind of middle school is like the worst years of your life. I'm not even joking on that sense. It is pretty fun, but it's like you're going through, like, trying to figure yourself out. Like, who here has been through an emo phase before? Yeah, that is surprising coming from you. No, but yeah, it's like I went through a little emo phase, but then during high school, I actually went to 2 high schools. I started all the way until 10th grade in Costa Rica, and I was in an American school there as well. But then, second year of 10th grade, or my second half, I went up to a Buffalo boarding school called the Gal School. And that was for people with learning disabilities, so it was a whole wide range of spectrum there. It's like some people had it really bad, some people didn't. The school is pretty nice itself. I know I seem like I'm advertising for it, and I'm not. It's pretty fun. But yeah, it was different in the sense that in Costa Rica, I exonerated all my possibilities of moving forward. So that's why I went over to New York, specifically in Buffalo, to have at least get a better sense of where I was going to go. And it was a college prep school, so that really helped.
Awesome. How did you, I know that you are really interested in literature and poetry and music, and that you've used this to focus on the challenges you face. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, being diagnosed with learning disabilities is never easy, in more in the sense that some teachers will never get you. I've had a bunch of teachers, basically say to me, yeah, you're not going to pass my class just because you have this. It is interesting to the fact that you yourself know that you might not pass, but you have to strive forward to pass. You can't just always just sit back and say, oh, the teacher doesn't like me in that sense, and saying that you're not going to ever pass the class. You have to strive forward and just studying every day. Like for me, I take time out. It's like I work a lot at my job, like I assume everybody else does. But it's just managing that time in between that you have to work out.
Awesome. And going along the same lines, what advice or suggestions would you give to other students who might be facing some challenges or might be in a similar situation you've been?
Basically, it's like how many people are going into college here for the first time, or at least starting off in college? Well, somewhat. Okay, so but that in that case, is like you're gonna want the teacher's help, but it's kind of different from high school in that sense. You don't have teachers won't cut you any slack. they will help you, but it's yourself that you have to put forth effort into actually finishing the college.
She's going to be graduating soon. I think spring. Yeah?
Spring, yeah.
Spring. Yeah, with an Associate of Arts, and then transferring
To CSU.
to CSU. Woo! Go Matthew. Awesome. Congratulations. Hey, all right, all right.